What's up, guys? Press record. We're outside with Big Dan.
Hey, how's everybody doing today? We're cooking some chicken. Yeah. They were nice enough to ask me on. They consider me a creative person, so I think that's pretty awesome.
You are
I appreciate it.
You are. I can't grill. I can't cook. So you making your own sauces, barbecue,
everything
wing sauce?
that we're using today, except for the chicken. I did buy the chicken. I make myself all the sauces, all the seasonings.
Yeah.
And so this will be exciting. So far, what we've done, we got some boneless chicken thighs, boneless, skinless chicken thighs, which to me is the perfect grilling meat.
I agree. Yeah.
They're perfect. The season. People are bad about ripping the skin off the chicken because they don't like it if you don't get it crispy right. And what they do, they throw all the flavor in the trash.
Oh yeah, I'll give you that.
So these, to me, especially grilling, smoking is the best because you can get in, and they're more resilient. Man, you can take them up to 200 degrees, which I do. And it's perfect internal temperature. And if you don't own a meat thermometer, please get one today because that's the only way you know if your food is ready. So we got it laid out. We're ready to go. I'm going to get a clean hand here and start seasoning.
Also, I don't know if we said we are outside. Did we say that?
We have not yet.
Yeah. So if you hear cars and whatever going on.
So we're going to start with kicking chicken. This is my chicken seasoning I use. This has got all the salt you need in it. You don't want to add any more salt to this particular rub. Some rubs that are real low sodium, you want to mix it with a little something extra. This isn't one of them. So we're going to hit all these guys with a little of the kicking chicken.
So good.
Picking chicken.
And give them a massage that in real good.
Massaging it. He also has some sauces for us.
I do have a glove on so the chicken police don't come after me. Everybody's afraid of chicken. Don't be afraid of chicken.
So what's your favorite kind of meats or barbecue to cook?
Well, I mean, again, like I was telling you guys earlier, I'm from Tennessee, born and bred, so all of my barbecue typically goes oink. I'm a pork barbecue guy. I cook a lot of pork butts, ribs. I usually buy full racks of spare ribs just because they're cheaper, and I trim them down myself. But we got these seasoned with the kicking chicken, and I've got my new Tennessee Cajun seasoning.
Is that the new debut?
Yeah, right? This is the first time. Well, I've used it a few times, but it's not actually available yet.
Ooh,
so we're going over. So you guys will get to sample that.
Oh, I am so hyped. That's why I'm so excited about this because my favorite thing to do is eat.
All over.
So yes.
Work it in. Then we let these guys set for a second. We're going to let these. You want the seasoning to kind of sweat in. You want to, because it'll actually it's kind of like a dry brine. But it'll actually kind of get down. You could do this the night before if you wanted to. I'm doing it. If you can do it right before you put it on the grill. Either way, that's what I usually wind up doing. I've noticed over the years there's a lot of gimmicks in barbecue. I read one time that you had to get a pig drunk on bourbon whiskey before you slaughtered it to have proper barbecue.
Oh, wow.
That's not true. There's a lot of things aren't. Some people say you got to season the meat the night before, let it set off. I've literally taken meat out of the freezer, seasoned it, thrown it on the smoker, and it's just fine. Because there is a science behind it. Meat only takes smoke on until it reaches an internal temperature of 140 degrees.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So if you think the colder it is, people will tell you to leave it out on the counter to get room temp. The colder it is, the more smoke it'll take on.
Oh.
So depending on what you're cooking, how much smoke you want, also means what temperature it is before you put it out there.
Okay.
It makes a difference. So I found with, pork bunts they're so easy. You can season them up, throw them on there. There's enough fat in them. They never dry out. They're just, it's a great beginning barbecue for people to try out. So
I'm glad you guys are doing this. I really can't do any of that.
But
putting it on.
Yes, we're going on the grill.
Let's do it.
All right. Hey guys, we're gonna take a break real quick. Our lighting's kind of dying, so we're gonna put some lights up real quick, and we'll be right back for our interview with Big Dan. All right, guys, we are back with Dan, Big Dan.
Hey guys, we're back.
Yes.
Still cooking. We're gonna be flipping here in just a few minutes. Hopefully they're about ready.
Yeah.
And get some looks and smells. Hopefully it'll be good.
Yes, I'm
But
excited.
I did bring you guys some gifts. You guys can fight over them. We got a couple stickers here.
You gave me homework. I can't
And I did give
figure
her. I
it
gave her
out.
some homework. One of my logos is the rack of ribs with my little dead pig on it. So
I don't know.
What's your guess? Do you have any ideas whatsoever? What could have been the idea behind that logo? What does it look like?
So is that what the homework was?
Yeah, that's the
Yes.
homework.
But he's
and
like,
I gave her a hint. It's something I knew about her. It's something she's very fond of.
Lego.
I say Ren and Stimpy.
Ren
Ren
is
and
okay.
Stimpy?
When you see it, you'll.
I don't.
Okay, everybody, come on. Everybody gets a guess. Let's see.
All right. What ribs? It has something to. He's like it's something
to do with you.
Yeah, but not when he made it. But now that he knows me,
Yeah.
The inspiration for the logo comes from something that she's very fond of.
Okay.
I like bacon, but this is ribs.
It's pork.
Yeah, but
So is it the inspiration behind it?
The inspiration behind the logo, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I like Batman. Is that what it is? There.
She got it. Ding, 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 ding. And there.
Okay.
You guys ready?
The Adam West Batman. Oh, I see
okay,
it. That's
okay.
sick.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was too busy worried about the.
I know.
Yeah.
I
Well,
was
even
like,
the font's like
ribs,
almost
ribs.
exactly the same. So I was hoping
give you
she.
that.
I mean,
Yeah.
I noticed that from being. I was like, that's not it, but
Well, like the ears, with the
Yeah.
the whole thing. So yes, you got it. And I've got some shirts with that on it, but instead of like the bat symbol across the chest,
Yeah.
the ribs go right across your stomach because that's what they protect.
I love that. No, this is great. Thank you. Yeah.
So yeah,
I can't
decal
unsee it.
something,
That's
let
cool.
everybody know. But you guys can fight over the pig heads or the freedom
Oh,
pig
I'll
and
win.
regular
Oh, she'll
pig.
win.
Yeah.
She'll
So-
win. She'll get in there and get my rib and then get it out.
She gets
Yeah.
the rib one, but you guys
Yeah.
can fight over
These
the
are
other
also
two.
really cool. So awesome. All right, are we flipping?
We are ready to flip.
We are ready to flip it, guys.
I went and I got a drink.
One gloving
yeah.
it like Michael Jackson. Got the dirty tongs.
Ooh, yeah,
You
yeah.
always go in with two sets of tongs because you go in. We don't want to grab something that we had the raw meat on, but see what we look like right now.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, that looks
Yeah.
so good. Oh,
And what I'd probably do, these ones a little closer, I'll pull them back.
Oh,
Everything
my
gets a little
gosh.
bit equal cooking
that
time here.
smell
Yeah, they look good.
looks so good.
So you said it takes about an hour for the thighs?
Right at. Well, I don't cook chicken breasts because they just tend to dry out. They're not, and to me, they just don't have as much flavor. To me, dark meat, where it's at on the chicken. I love the thighs. To me, is the best part. And these are boneless, skinless chicken thighs, so it's pure meat. The fat renders, so I mean, you can eat the whole thing. You're not worried about bones or some people I've found don't like eating meat off of the bone. To me, it's just a nice handle. I don't get it, but to each his own.
I like some boneless, like Wingstop. It's good. You hear that sizzle? Stop. Love
But see how the
it.
hickory's starting to smolder a little bit? You're getting the smoke off of it.
Yeah.
It's not,
Yeah.
It's not going to catch fire. It's just going to add a little bit of hickory flavor.
And does that stand for another 30?
Another total 30, yeah. And I'll
Cool.
rotate it one more time at 15. And then when it gets all the way back around, we'll check temp at that time.
Yeah.
And then they stay on until they're done.
Cool.
It's typically about an hour, but I never cook with time. I've just cooked it this way enough to know it's usually about an hour.
Yeah.
This is your best friend when you're cooking,
Meat
especially
thermometer.
meat,
Yep.
especially chicken. That's why we glove up. It's why because you got the chicken police will attack you. They will freak out if you cook. People won't. That's why people like their chicken burnt. They're scared they're going to die when they eat it.
Yeah.
So just check it,
Yeah,
make
well,
sure.
that's not
And
gonna happen
again,
today.
a chicken breast, you take it past 165, it turns into a shoe. You can't hardly eat it.
Yeah.
Dark meat, even wings, even though it's white meat, take them suckers to 200. The bones will just pop out of them. Perfect. 200, 205 is perfect temperature.
Yeah. I'll give
And
you
it's
that.
the same temperature when any meat is tender at that point.
Yeah.
That's where I take my barbecue. 205 degrees is when I pull, when everything goes into coolers, ready to rest.
I like that.
So it's a good mark to hit. If you want it to falling apart, super tender. A steak, you go 120, you're done. You're done. No resting. Hit the plate, saw into that thing.
I know that Brandon had asked you when we had set up on the break about your logo. Can you talk about that again? How
Yeah,
you
my
came
little
with
dead
that?
pig.
I think it's so cool.
Yeah, it's just something that I early on when I first started making my rubs, just to distinguish between it and the other spices in my cabinet. I drew that little pig on it. This is my barbecue rub.
Yeah.
And then when I first started making sauces, I just buy bottles at like Walmart, fill them up, the little squeeze bottles. Matter of fact, the first time I ever did it, my first like semi catering job, I just brought some barbecue out to a party. I had one of those cheap Walmart bottles with a little spout on it. Sauce was too thick. First guy through, grabbed it, tried to get it out, and what does he do? He just puts everything he's got on it, blows all the sauce on one plate first way. So I've since switched to a better quality bottle.
A good
But
system, yeah.
I used to draw it. When people want some, I'd draw my little pig on it. Didn't write my name. I didn't have a name or anything. I just drew my little pig on it, and here you go.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
When I became a legitimate business, as time went on, I wanted to, and that's another story. It's why the name is so long. It's Big Dan's Original Bethpage Barbecue. That's too much for a name. I get that. When I go to trademark it, I was just going to be Big Dan's Original. That's what all my socials, that's what it is, what the name was going to be.
Yeah.
There was a Big Dan's Hamburgers in Indianapolis.
Wow.
And it was too close. So I'd already paid the investigate, to look into it and all that. So I'm like, well, look at Bethpage Barbecue. That's where I'm from. If I ever were to be able to open up a restaurant, it would probably be Bethpage Barbecue.
Yeah.
And there's only two Bethpages, excuse me, I can't speak well, in the United States. One's in New York, one's in Sumner County, Tennessee. Can't trademark the name of a town. Just can't do it. So he said, you've already paid me, both of them, so let's put them together.
Okay.
That can be your name. So that's what I did. That's why it's so long.
Dan's Original.
And I trademarked my logo, the little dead pig.
Yeah.
The closest thing that got to it was Piggly Wiggly, and it was nowhere near. So
I was going to say,
now I own it. It's mine forever, as long as I pay for it.
It's a cool little logo.
And so nobody can use it but me, if whether they want to or not.
Now, one thing we was talking about that I don't think we've talked about yet. You want to be known as the horror barbecue sauce.
Yeah,
right?
well, that's trying to bring everything together. Old school metalhead, horror movie fan, grew up with all that stuff. And then barbecue became my passion. And it just worked out. A good friend of mine, Ben Johnson, who works, he's got his own production company, but was doing a movie produced by Troma. And he was coming home. Hadn't talked to the guy since high school. And it just happened, I was talking about something that I wanted to do and heard he was coming back with a movie. So I reached out. I said, hey, man, I heard you're doing this locally. So we've reconnected, and honestly, we're better friends now than we've ever been.
Yeah.
Funny enough. So he sends me the script, and he said, yeah, look through it, see if you find something you like. So, and I'm not an actor. I'm barely a cook. I can't do very many things, but I'm reading through, and I find there's this one scene. She's seen the movie. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
Oh, I talk about it all the time.
Okay.
We were talking on the way here. I was like, it's wild.
An amazing movie.
Yeah,
it's absolutely fan. So I've got it raw. So I'm reading through it, and there's a scene where they introduce a stripper onto the stage, and she's blind. Well, she's tripping over stuff, falling down. Well, she pokes somebody's eye out. That's who I want to be. I want to get my eye poked out by a stripper. So I hit him back up. He's like, no problem, dude. That part's open. And so I just get to scream, oh, my eye, and grab it and lose an eye to a stripper. So
that's amazing.
From that, and so I just happened to show up on set with a big pan of barbecue and sauce, and was giving people sauce, just kind of thank you for letting me do this. And one thing I didn't realize, it's the first time I've ever been on a movie set, you guys are experienced, is that food is a second or an afterthought.
Yeah.
A lot of times you're getting bologna sandwiches and just whatever you can get. Yeah. And we had Liam was down. He's an English director, and he was eating it. I don't think he'd ever had anything like that. He have you heard of Eating Miss Campbell? It's a movie. It's out right now. So you can get the DVD. It's another.
I think
Troma.
I've heard of it.
But he was eating. It's like I've never had anything like this.
Oh, great! That's a great little accent there.
He's like, well, we only get cold cuts in the UK. So that was a lot of fun. But anyway, making a short story very long, Ben came back to me and said, man, I want to promote the movie. I want to make a sauce.
Okay.
So, and like kind of her input, we've talked about some sauces. All he said was, I like mustard. Cool.
Oh, okay.
I've never made a mustard sauce. Let's make one. So hit the Big Dan kitchen, the laboratory, whatever. I'm mixing stuff up. He falls in love. It became probably my most popular sauce.
Oh, nice.
And so from there, I sent you one. We numbered the bottles. You got one of them, and it's been pretty fun. Since then, I've done a few more. I got a couple more in the works.
Okay.
The zombie sauce, I think I warned you, it's a little spicy. There's a guy up in Rhode Island, Zombie Durand. He's done some Troma things. He's got a short on Troma right now, and you can see one of the Big Dan. Somebody get their guts ripped out of a Big Dan shirt. So
that's so
pretty fun.
Cool. Yeah.
And so he wanted the sauce just for his production for the movie he's making. So that's where the zombie sauce comes from.
Nice.
And working on a couple more that aren't ready yet. And so, matter of fact,
I know. I'm so excited.
We've got one here today. We've got no name, no label, no nothing.
It's
but when the chicken's ready, or you guys can
absolutely
just, take it out of the bottle, whatever you want to do.
Well, because we were like, I can't handle really hot you guys can. And I like more lemon. I don't know. So it'll be interesting.
But I got some spoons
Yeah.
if we want to do a quick test and just see what you got. Let's do it. All right,
Okay. Dum dum dum.
unplug.
So this will be the pulled cast
This would
hot
be
sauce.
amazing.
What he says we can work on it if we like. I like it. I'm sure I'll love it. I just can't handle hot. I can do sriracha, but I don't.
Yeah,
You know?
I used to do really hot, and I think that's one of the things I was like, I screwed up a few times, eating way too hot.
Yes.
Because it never fails. I'm always wanting people want to sample it. So let me grab a spoon. I'll be right back.
I am excited.
The spoon test.
So
Spoon.
when I was talking to her, we were communicating, a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah.
She was trying to figure out what she was looking for in the flavor profile. I'll wait for the traffic to die
Our
down.
favorite
So,
traffic coming
Get
by.
out of here,
What
guys.
we're looking for a flavor profile, and she, I guess, not as a big fan of hot sauces.
I'm a wimp. I am a wimp.
She said she was it Wingstop?
I
We're not sponsored by them.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah.
But you like lemon pepper,
Yes.
right? That's flavor you like. So
I was there the
took
other
the
day.
element, lemon pepper socks. Pretty soft. I can't speak English.
That's
There's
okay. I
can't either.
There are no dirty socks in this recipe. I
No,
promise.
dang.
But
I
the
want. I
sauce.
requested
That's what I
that.
wanted, the dirty
That's what I want is the
Exactly.
dirty,
We'll call it
under the
dirty
bed
socks.
through
Oh, yeah.
several months old.
But they're stale and crusty.
Yeah.
Break
Oh, we
'em.
know what you're doing with your sock.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, sorry about this. It's a children's show.
It is a children's show.
But so I took the elements of lemon pepper. So we've got citrus. It's got fresh lemons, lemon zest, onions, garlic. I added some yellow bell pepper for color and some
Like
sweetness.
my mouth was watering.
And then I just took some hot chilies, brought them into them. Just that's how you make hot sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot sauce is vinegar and chilies. That's all there is to it.
I'll give you
And
that.
I add some of my seasonings. So it stays, in my little wheelhouse. So is it a lemon pepper hot sauce? No.
It's gonna be
But
something
it
better.
has all of the elements of. So
Okay.
we're gonna pass
I'm
it around.
excited.
Come over here
So-
too, Brandon.
Brandon,
See what you guys
my
think.
mouth is like watering. Bro, we're gonna watch you. We're gonna stare at you.
And now it will be different when you eat it on food. The
Yeah.
heat level
Oh, yeah, that-
does go
yeah.
way down. But I want you
I'm
to.
just excited.
When you taste it like this, it hits all the parts of the tongue. You're going to get the tanginess. You're going to get the citrus. You're going to get the
Yes.
heat. And there's
Okay.
Trying to smell what's in it.
Oh.
and that's what I was looking for. I wanted that to really come through as much or more than the heat. I wanted you to know that it was there.
Yeah.
Here, let me get a shot of it. We'll do it all together.
Cheers. Oh my god, I'm dying.
Oh no!
Is that too hot
no.
for her?
It's good. It's
Oh, no.
good. It's really good. But I'm a wimp. But no.
You can
I like
definitely
it.
taste the vinegar. I like that.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I'm a
that's,
vinegar
that's
guy.
yeah. I mean, that's the base of any hot sauce.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
it's
tasty.
otherwise it just becomes a puree.
I will put
you know?
that all over all the food.
So I understand it. That is, to me, it's a mild hot sauce. What I call it, eating hot
It's
sauce.
mild. I'll
It's
give
not
you
one of
that.
those that you just stick a
I
toothpick
said
in
I'm
and
a
just wave
wimp.
it over the food, because it's too intense. It's, I think it's got a good balance.
No,
You guys
it's
tell me
good.
it's for you.
I like it. Yeah.
I do. I do like it too.
See, you're
Yeah.
not suffering. You're not running for milk. You're not.
I'm not running for milk. It's just like I'm a
But
wimp.
it quickly
but
goes away.
It does.
It's not
It
hot
does.
now, is it?
It's lingering a little bit.
You're not the wimp.
Now, is there
Don't-
pepper
don't
in there?
listen to me.
Like a black pepper?
Oh, that is really
yeah,
good
well, that's
though.
again.
Okay.
I like the
lemon
citrus
That's
pepper.
I'm
taste.
tasting the black pepper now.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I'll make an
Ooh,
all-purpose
that's
seasoning
really
that I
good.
use in place of, and it kind of got warm on the way here. I use this in place of salt and pepper and everything.
What is that?
It's just my all-purpose seasoning. It's
Oh,
just
gotcha.
I used to make this just for myself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everything that I start with when I'm cooking, I don't care what I'm cooking, goes into that blend.
Okay.
So I start we're gonna break out a rack of ribs here in a little while because I make a rib rub, but I always season
dance over here.
first with the all-purpose,
Mm-hmm.
and just because it doesn't have the salt content, salt is the number one spice in anything. If it doesn't
Yeah,
have
I'll
no,
give you that, yeah.
if it doesn't taste right, just add some salt. 9 times out of 10, it'll be better.
I love salt.
I do too. I'm a big salt eater.
Little salt hoe.
Except for some people, they can't have salt.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's why I like the rubs. Very low sodium. But some stuff I will tell you, like the chicken seasoning, the jalapeno garlic, some of these, don't add any more salt. There's enough there. That's all you need.
Yeah.
By itself. Leave it alone. There's enough spices in there you don't need
You've
to do.
engineered it to
Yeah,
be
I mean, I've
perfect.
been working with these blends for so long.
Yeah.
Tested them. This is the test for your hot sauce today.
I
So-
love it.
Yeah.
So we need to
That's
think of
tasty.
a name. come up with a logo, and we'll.
I feel like you said dirty socks.
The dirty sock sauce. Yeah.
The press record dirty socks.
Dirty
hot
sock sauce.
You love to suck on dirty laundry.
Yes, you will love this. No, it's really good. I'm excited. Oh yeah.
Close my damn.
Wash it down with this water.
Some water. So, out of all your sauces, have you ever found, like, especially like the dry seasonings, have you found one that you like over all of them? Or is it just the original, like you said?
Well, I'm a fan of the original because, again, it's the first sauce ever made. And that's really what kind of got me into this. Most places are really good at preparing the meat. 9 times out of 10, their sauce isn't very good.
Yeah.
And that's what I don't like. And have you guys haven't even tried that? Let's you still got your spoon?
I want to try it
I
all.
still got my spoon.
We have this in here. You want us to try that?
Yeah. We'll wait for the chicken with that.
Okay.
Now, the wing sauce, okay, I do have a question. Is that like a buffalo style?
100%.
Okay.
Looks so good.
Excuse me. It is. It is just a buffalo sauce, but it's my buffalo sauce. It's got a lot more going on than just butter and hot sauce.
I was gonna say that's the sauces I know. I mean, I make my own kind of hot sauce at the house, and it's just usually.
You're welcome to dig into it.
I want to save that for the chicken.
Yeah, I want to wing.
But when I was sitting there looking, I was like, I wonder if that's like a buffalo wing sauce.
Yep,
or if
100%.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that's another one. Somebody came to me. He was talking about because it's a barbecue wing sauce. It's got the buffalo element, but it's got this is in it. There's some of that in it too. So when I said this, I know we're audio. I was talking about my barbecue sauce.
Watch me be like, oh my god, I can't handle this either. It's such a wimp though.
Afterwards, we'll give you a little thing of water, and you're like, oh, it's too much.
No, it's not hot. I promise. This one is
really good.
Is super mild.
Ooh, yeah, I like that.
But on top of a pulled pork sandwich, is that right? Now we're going to paint some ribs with it in just a second.
I could like drink that. That's good. That's really good.
Yeah, but that's the original. If you come by and I'm set up somewhere on a sandwich, that's what you're going to get. Is
that the easier one to make?
For me, yeah. I mean, it's got several ingredients in it, but I got it down to a science now. Yeah, you know. It's got its own spice blend that it's just I keep in containers. I mix them up and just dump the whole thing in right there.
That's smart. That's smart.
That is a mistake a lot of people make is seasoning too early because it does cook out.
I didn't think about that.
If that's why when you're cooking, let's say you're making a pot of chili or something, 9 times out of 10, right before it's done, you're probably adding more seasoning.
Yeah,
because it's you're like, man, this don't taste quite. It's not quite. That's because everything you've put in has cooked down. It's gone. Yeah, okay. But now it's in there for sure. Yeah. But it does.
It loses
much like fresh herbs. When you go in at the end, you get more, and as it's cooling down, then the oils are breaking down, mixing in. So you do it kind of toward the end. You season as you go. But the way.
The timing. Intermission.
Yeah. For the kids.
For the children. Hey, James here. For the children.
Wow.
They're pretty loud.
We're generating some smoke now.
I love it. With the lighting, it's very like Beetlejuicy.
It is. I'll give you that. I was going to say that right when you said that. And the new Beetlejuice is supposed to be coming out soon.
I don't know if I'm excited about Jenna Ortega. Like, she's fine, but she's just in everything. Yeah.
But she does love horror. And that kind of...
Well, she's kind of... And I feel it a little bit because she reminds me of kind of like the new Winona Ryder. Because she did all those, the Beetlejuice
I don't want to hate. I don't want to hate.
She's been there kind of on the edge of kind of weird horror. Has she ever been in a real horror movie?
Yeah,
Scream maybe. Was, it's Scream. Oh, I was talking about.
She was good in like Scream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so either.
Or, like we called her in high school, Winona Ryder.
But she's just a legend, though.
I'm a terrible human being. I apologize.
No, you're great. You're great. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm still gonna watch it. I'm excited for it, but
I'm somewhat excited.
No, it was one of my growing up movies I watched just like repeatedly.
Over and over.
The ones you can quote every line for. Love it. Absolutely love it.
Yeah. Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
I'm not a big on reboots. Like if they were remaking the movie but bringing everybody back and like a part 2, we'll see. I'll definitely go to the theaters and see it.
For sure. Same. I love it. All right. I want to taste that one.
The mayonnaise style,
all right? So we're going to go one more rotation.
One more rotation.
Left at 30. So what I do is, it's kind of a timekeeper for me too. as I turn the lid's got a dampener on top. I turn every 15 minutes. I turn it a quarter of a turn.
See, that's smart. I didn't think about you
coming
said
through
it.
the bottom. So I started here, so the smoke hit this side first. 15 minutes, it goes this way. See how the smoke's coming out here? That means it's drawing the smoke this direction.
Yeah.
So this right now, this gets so they kind of equal out. Again, it's a personal theory. Does it work? We'll see. But it's something I do. All right, on this particular grill, you know.
I love it.
I kind of like when you just was talking about it, because for me, I'm bad about keeping time. And if I know I've turned it,
You come
I'm
over
like,
and look, all right, I'm at
turn
this point.
3. Yeah.
You kind of glance at your watch. You know, that's what I do. I mean, again, at the end of the day, it's internal temperature. Are we done?
Yeah.
We could get done sooner.
Yeah.
Because when we get this last 15 minutes, I'm going to do a temp check. Some may be done. We toss them out. We start tasting.
Yeah.
Some may, the ones around the edges, they might not be quite ready.
Yeah.
I just, around an hour is usually what happens, you know, but... I know my smoker at home, the one I cook on, I can set my watch to it. Every hour,
Very
I'm
consistent.
throwing another hickory split on it. I know exactly how it cooks. You know, I'm running to be done. And you go in, take a nap, you can sit down. You know, once that's the biggest thing. If you own a grill or a pit, learn it. Work, use it. Know how it works. You know, don't have too many. I'm saying this as a collector. I got grills and smokers everywhere, but
Do you really?
Yeah, oh yeah. It's like
that's awesome.
I cook out of a big shop. I guess I call it the shop. I've got a whole full functioning kitchen built inside of it. I got like what I call the smoke room. I got a shed on the outside with all my smokers lined up, big stack of hickory, splits.
Yeah.
That's where I spend my weekends every weekend.
Is it always hickory, or do you use like applewood or?
If it ain't hickory, it ain't barbecue.
Okay. I gotcha.
And it's the reason I try to do everything uniquely Tennessee.
Okay.
There are no mesquite trees, so I'm not, sure we have wild cherry, but hickory is very abundant.
Yeah.
And it's the perfect cooking wood. You get in that, and I know it's the BTUs as much as anything.
Yeah.
I know the heat I'm going to get out of it. If you're throwing apple and cherry, it's not going to burn as hot.
Yeah.
Hickory burns hot. Oak burns hot. You don't get a lot of flavor out of it.
Yeah.
I use exclusively hickory for everything.
Okay.
No questions. I mean, I know what I'm getting, and just make life easy.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you too. Do you soak the hickory in water? I know some. Okay,
No.
I know some people's told me that's what
They
you're saying.
have, and this may be controversial, but I will speak my opinion. That's also another, I think, a gimmick. Because what you do when you soak something in water, and you throw it on your fire, one, you've brought the temperature down, and you're creating steam. You're not creating smoke.
True.
Looks the same.
Yeah.
But it's not the same. You're now steaming your meat. That's not smoke. That's not adding flavor. You want dry. When you get a piece of hickory, you want it to have been cut down at least a year ago.
Yeah.
It's got to be seasoned.
Yeah.
It's just like firewood. If you don't have your firewood cut by Easter, you're not going to have it ready by Easter or by winter.
Yeah.
Same thing when you're cooking. It's the same idea. You want it seasoned. You want it dry. And now you don't want it super dry. Like this killing dried stuff, you can light it with a cigarette lighter. That's too dry because you throw it on the fire, it just catches on fire.
And any flavors just burnt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, mine's stacked up outside. It rains on it, everything, and that's fine.
Yeah.
It's still seasoned, and it'll dry. I mean, you'll get a little moisture and a little steam, but not a lot. But the people are just like, got a bowl just full of water, just wood chips soaked in, and they throw. All they're doing is putting their fire out, create steam. That's my take. If you do it at home, do your thing.
Yeah.
This is what I love about barbecue. You can do it however you want to do it. If you're happy with it, do it that way. This is how I do it. And these are my opinions. So,
and that's one thing I wanted to ask you because I mean, for me personally, I've always wanted to know that about and you saying it makes a lot more sense. But I think also too, thinking about it now, like the wood, you might take some of the flavor out if it was soaking too long or something.
Yeah, I mean, would you toss a cup of water on your fire when you're cooking? Absolutely not. And that's all you're doing. This stuff's dripping, and they're throwing these handfuls of wood chips at it. It just goes against everything. And it's the other idea behind that is people that process their meat too early. Okay. What I mean by process is like pulling it or whatever. When I'm finished cooking barbecue, it goes into a dry cooler, just like this big cooler you saw in my trailer.
Yeah.
It goes in there for 7 hours. It rests for 7 hours before I ever touch it.
Oh wow.
And so you don't get it to the point, you don't let it get below 140 degrees because that's when bacteria starts to form.
Okay.
I keep probes in it, so I still know what the temperature of that meat is when I'm working on it.
Yeah.
And usually because I've cooked all night, I just go to bed for a little while.
Yeah.
I'll sleep 5-6 hours, and it's usually time to go back and start shredding it.
Yeah.
Because when you tear into a piece of meat, whether it's a turkey, whether it's a chicken, something you want to be moist, you see steam coming out of it, all that moisture you work so hard to get in there is just going in the atmosphere.
Okay, yeah.
Let your meat rest. Unless, again, it's a hamburger or a steak, you want to get in that thing when it's hot and fresh right off, right?
Yeah.
And even this chicken, we're going to cut into that stuff.
I can't wait. I can't.
I'm looking forward to
like
it.
I can contribute to the eating part here because I just don't grill, so all of this is like fascinating.
See,
to
I
me.
love grilling, but I've learned
This is going to change
today.
it. We're going to.
Okay.
You're going to be a grill master for us.
Okay,
over
I
here.
hope so.
Come to the Big Dan School of Barbecue.
Yeah, we have all
we'll
the
get you fixed up.
sauces.
You got everything you need. You just and live fire cooking. There's nothing like it. There's something primal about it.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
especially if something you killed yourself or butchered yourself. Any of that
I
stuff.
don't know if I can do that.
Yeah,
I've
it's
never
just-
hunted myself.
Yeah, I like it. I'm not
Yeah.
a big hunter. I used to be avid hunter. I'm not anymore. I'm just too fat and old and it's too early and I don't do it.
I just never grew. And the weird thing is, like from North Carolina, a lot of people I knew hunted.
Yeah.
Just I never did it, and it's one of the things I think I feel like I missed out on. So I think it would be good to know.
Well,
You
it's
guys can hunt
something, you know,
together.
if you
just
people
You
a
missed,
lot
I got it.
people are that's their feeling about me. You know, they feel like they're harming something, all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, they're here to eat, guys. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, and if it's something, you know, and I take, you know, I look at an animal, I look at a cut of meat, and you know, the idea of the animal. I think I'm closer to the idea of a pig than anybody else is.
Yeah, 'cause
because
you-
the concept of this animal is very important to me. The
And-
fact
and you
that
take
you
the
can
time,
literally
yeah.
eat it from the rooter to the tutor, man. I mean,
Rooter from
front
the
to back.
tutor.
There's nothing on this animal you can't eat.
Yeah.
I mean, you render the fat, you get lard. The skin, you deep fried, you get pork rinds. I mean, some people eat the intestines. You know, if you're getting a fresh made
Like
sausage,
chitlins
that's what
and
you're
stuff.
eating, right? I mean, there's all the organs. You know, it's
Yeah.
the entire thing is processed and eaten. It's an amazing animal.
anything about that.
Yeah.
So that being true is just I like it. You know, even at some point I would love to actually have my own and have fresh pork butchered and cooked right there. You know, I'm not to that point now, but
Yeah.
this is long term like retirement goals.
Yeah.
You know, stuff I want to do when I have nothing better to do.
That would be fresh.
wild.
Yeah.
That would be very fresh.
Yeah.
So wild. I don't know. Like I love bacon, but then on Instagram I follow I don't follow, but I'll see like little piglets. I'm like, oh, they're so cute. Then I feel guilty.
Well, you don't kill the babies.
I know, but I see. I'm like, oh, I
There's
feel
not enough meat there.
there isn't. Yeah, but I'm like, I couldn't do it.
I think that's me
yeah.
too.
Right?
I don't know. I think if the whole world like just really shut down, I think anybody that's even like vegan, I hate to say it like that, if they were hungry, I think they'd be like,
Oh yeah.
gotta do this. That's a rat.
we
I'm
have
hungry.
these first world problems or gold plated problems, whatever you want to call them, and you know,
Yeah.
we have the ability to not eat things.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody's
Substitutes.
hungry. The biggest problem in America is fat people. You know, poor people are fat.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just, you know, we have too much of an abundance of things.
Yeah.
And which actually I make vegan barbecue.
Oh wow.
Turns out when you start talking to actors, you run into vegans. I'd never met any before.
Yeah, I've
so
learned
I
that.
learned how to make vegan barbecue, and from what I understand, they like
Oh,
it.
interesting.
So what's your replacement for me?
Jackfruit.
What?
Jackfruit.
Jackfruit.
It's-
Okay.
It's an
Oh,
interesting.
cool.
I'd never even heard of it. I had to do research.
I've seen that before. And
Yeah,
like you have
and
to rip
can
it.
pull it. You can pull
Uh-huh.
it. It shreds just like pork.
Okay.
I put it on the smoker. It's kind of a cold smoke because you're not really cooking it.
Yeah.
And then I just put some of my barbecue sauce and some of my Bethpage butt rub, and I cook it down.
Yeah.
And kind of reduce it so it gets kind of thick and sticky. What I don't do with the pulled pork, but to give it that barbecue element.
Yeah.
And man, I've served it up to several vegans, and they seem happy because they're ravenous.
Oh, that is-
Vegans are hungry.
Yeah. They are.
They tear it up. I converted one. That's a notch on my belt. I had a vegan eat chicken, which I'm very proud of.
Oh,
Not on your belt. That's so funny.
that's cool. I never thought about jackfruit. And what's weird is about 2 years ago, I saw the first one. Like, I was like, what the fuck is that? You know? It's
Yeah,
just-
I don't even know where it's growing. I think
I
it's
don't
some type of tropical thing. I don't know.
I was thinking it's
You
like
know?
Indonesia or something.
And
They're
I've never.
huge.
I buy it sealed up in a bag. It's already ready to go. I just cut
Oh,
it
so-
open. Yeah, I just,
You don't buy the fruit and
No,
have to peel
no,
through.
no, no.
Okay.
I don't know where I'd buy one. I order it on the internet. I get bags
I was
of it.
gonna ask,
It's
yeah.
vacuum
Yeah.
sealed. And when it comes time to get it, I just need to know enough time ahead. I'll get it in. You don't. I mean, it cooks in little to no time. It's not. You know, it's 16 hours for barbecue. Where
Oh.
this is a matter
I was
of
like,
no
what?
time.
I was saying,
Yeah,
for
16.
smoking, if you really want to smoke it right.
Yeah.
It's 16.
Yeah.
Because what you got to do is temperature's very low. You've heard low and slow. That's the idea behind it. You know, you want to render the fat very slowly, and you don't want to dry it out.
Yeah.
High heat, you know, you're going to burn it up. The bark's going to burn up.
Yeah.
And that's why even at 160, I pull it and I actually wrap it in foil. And I put
Oh.
it back. Now I'm just using the smoker as a heat source.
Yeah.
I'm not even, because once you get enough smoke, once you get the bark set like you like it, you wrap it up and you let it go. But we're ready to do a temp
Are
check,
you,
guys.
are you
Let's see what we
taking
got.
notes? Because you're going to be grilling for us.
Oh, I am.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring him on set.
I know,
I'm gonna just
definitely.
assist
You're
him.
hired. Oh, that
Do the
looks
hour
so
mark, I bet some of
good.
you guys are-
180.
185. I mean, it's definitely
Hey,
done.
hey.
I do like to go to about 200. We're 198.
98. Yeah, that's close to it. Yeah, almost. There
This
goes.
is so
Bang.
interesting. My mom, just coming from an Asian household, like there was none of this.
We're going to go
I
in
feel
with
like
tongs. I think
Wrong
we're
stomach.
there, guys.
Yes.
This is what I'm
beautiful.
talking about. See, look at the
My mouth
hickory in the
is
center.
watering.
Yeah.
We got the smoke. This is going to be smoked. We get this beautiful color from the rubs. All that charcoal flavor.
I didn't. Did we bring plates? Do we have paper plates?
We can eat off the cutting board. We're still in Tennessee. We don't need to get too fancy.
Well, I wanted to do sauces.
Let me see if I got some
Toss in the
plates.
bolt. I got, we may have to.
Okay. Okay. Ooh, I'm making him do it. Yeah. This looks so good.
Yeah, class it up. We got a lady here.
Where?
Yeah, see, at this point, man, see how the probe just falls into it?
Yeah.
Like butter? You want to stick one? You can see it's tender.
I want to. Can I?
Absolutely. Come here.
I'm doing it.
And if there's any give to it, you can also tell. I mean, I use, especially with ribs, I use it more as a perfect. But these guys are done. We're going to pull them off.
They look so good.
For you.
See, I'm helping.
Oh, yeah. Checking them temperatures.
We're all silently
Yeah.
watching.
Our stomachs are like, hey.
Live cooking on the radio. Nothing like it, right?
That's right.
Actually, I talked about my friends out there at Totally Tunular. I sponsor them. That was the first podcast I ever sponsored. And I smoked a meatloaf live. They had their 100th episode. They did a live show. And I smoked a meatloaf while they were interviewing people, just in the background.
Oh,
Wow.
that's cool.
Meat. I never thought about that, smoking a meatloaf.
never-
I haven't
had
had
a
a
smoked meatloaf?
no.
Never have. Well, when you was talking about bologna, I was like, I never thought about smoked bologna. Always, yeah.
See, some of these guys,
it's probably
it's
good.
about 160. I mean, it's done. 165. I don't care what you're cooking.
Yeah.
It's done. I don't care.
I
what
mean,
you're
I'll eat it.
Well,
That's
we're
fine.
going to take these guys on. I'm going to move them around.
I ain't afraid
Just,
no chicken tartare.
Afraid no
Just a
chicken.
bit. Yeah, chicken tartare. That's what we need. But I'm going to go ahead and break out these ribs and stick them over here. Let's start warming up.
Ooh.
Yes. This is my food dance, by the way.
That's
My
a food
happy
dance.
food dance. Yeah.
I'm going to unclip this mic real quick.
Okay.
Again, it's been sitting there resting, and that's important.
Ooh. Cool. Can I put it on?
So let's see what
Come
this guy
around.
looks like here.
Go for it. You don't care.
So this is
Oh my
step two.
gosh.
Okay, see the bone? I mean, it's almost got two done. You see how the bones are just popping out of it? So we're
Yeah.
going to very gently.
My mouth is watering.
When you talk about fall off the bone ribs, this is
Yes.
what we're talking about. Which I don't necessarily like. I let this go just a bit longer, but
I like that.
we're going to.
I've never been a big rib guy.
I used to get
It's
those
about
at
to change.
Chili's.
I believe. See, I worked at Chili's.
Baby back rib.
So
Okay, so you don't know what ribs taste like.
all we do is we put them in a.
baby, but
Yeah.
I want more. Baby.
I'm going to turn this guy just right over the ribs because I do want to add that. But
Cool.
again, talk about steam. That's where this little liquid here. But you know what? We're not.
I was wondering.
Can I do it?
Yes.
Yes.
So
Baby
just
back
to.
ribs.
Everyone that's like going to this liquor store is like,
Don't
what's
waste
going
this.
on there?
That's the butter. That's the good stuff.
Don't waste that, please. Yeah.
Right there.
This is like food porn all the way.
It is.
I'm here for it. If you can't tell.
And in a second, we'll heat that with a little barbecue sauce, give it a flip, let that
Yeah.
caramelize on the top, and we'll eat.
Yeah. The ribs.
Who wants to try a piece of chicken?
You know
No.
my ass does.
We can toss a few if you want. If you want to toss some in the wing sauce and the freedom sauce.
Oh, I was just going to put it on.
And don't be bashful. I brought enough for lots of people.
I want to try our sauce here. Yeah, we need to name it. Press record Dirty Socks. No one will want it with that name. All right, so I'm pouring it on. I am so excited. We are. Cheers. My mouth is watering. Thank you. All right. Here we go. Taste test with the chicken. That is so good. So good. I'm just gonna obnoxiously chew. Obnoxiously chew. I'm like, that's good. I'm gonna try this wing sauce.
I didn't make that one.
That's okay. That was just an open. Hey, Dan, can you open that for us?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, my fingers.
The fingers.
And it
More
is sealed
dirty.
for freshness. So you guys,
Boom.
this ain't no fly-by-night operation.
Our sauce was very good.
This isn't like it's going to be similar to wing sauces you've had, but it's not going to be anything like it.
Excellent.
And you keep the top. Okay.
So now I'm trying his wing sauce.
Wing sauce. Some good chicken. I'm not gonna
I know the chicken's so
It's
good.
perfectly moist.
There you go.
And that's the idea behind using the dark meat. It's hard to dry it out.
I personally like.
Yeah.
I like
Dipping in
dark
the
meat.
wing sauce.
See how these ribs start to firm up a little bit?
Yes. Put that sauce on there. I'm telling you. Y'all.
Try that wing sauce. Very similar to it's similar.
You like that?
I do.
Do you taste the barbecue element in it?
Yeah.
And we're going to hit that put the barbecue sauce on the bottom, let that kind of caramelize when we're burning and
Oh
turning.
my gosh, I'm in heaven right now. I love it. This is so stinking good. Oh, so
Anybody want
good.
to get a picture of this one?
Yeah, come over there, Brandon. Get that.
Oh, so good.
Let me do it. Got it?
We got it. We got it.
I can get it. Okay.
Okay.
Was that for the ribs? What's that one?
That one is his mayonnaise style. It's like he said it's similar to.
I'm gonna
white.
grab that.
Yeah, there's a lot of popularity in the Alabama white sauce, and I don't do anything Alabama. Everything I do is Tennessee, so it's nothing like it. But everybody's looking for like a white sauce, so I put one in my. And plus, I had to make a sauce to go with the label because the label is just too cool.
Oh, I'll give you that.
So far, I just love all your sauces. I'm just like, okay.
And we can toss a couple if you want to get them really coated.
Ooh, yeah.
It's very unique. Now, honestly, I still think my favorite thing to dip is like fries.
I can see
my
that with
God.
I
fries.
love dipping.
That's probably my favorite sauce right now.
And yeah, it's popular. And it's a unique one. It's just something I made.
So good. I would dip my fries in that. As I'm talking with my mouth full.
Or
But-
I'm mustard sauce.
I had a really good friend of mine. He's a professional cook. And he told me, and it made sense to me after he said it. Shout out to Stone, Brandon Stone.
Shout out.
He said, you eat with your eyes. I think
So
it
that's
was,
the name of the podcast.
yeah. And I'm
right.
saying, yeah, in general.
Yeah.
And when I saw this, it's kind of like, for me, I was like, oh, I already know by the way it looks, I don't go like it. And even though I think, like, if it had some sauce or something and I didn't know, or some spice,
Yeah.
I think my brain would be like, you like the way it looks.
Yeah,
So it's good.
you absolutely 100. That's like plating. That's why they do make it look fancy and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Now, barbecue is funny because there's no plating to it. It's usually piled up on a pan like this with some butcher paper.
Oh, yeah.
and it's still very appealing to the eye.
I used to get
Yeah.
a lot
Again,
of
just
trouble
something,
for my
like
plating.
rustic about it.
You don't
Something
have
to
good
get kind of
plating
primal.
skills?
You know.
Oh God, no! Me and him worked at a kind of more fancy place, and this chef came over. She was a visiting chef, and she chewed me out. She was like, "You're plating. You've got stuff." So they used to give us a towel.
You had to wipe the edge.
You had to wipe the edge. I never learned that until we went into kind of more of the fine
Well,
dining.
that's part of where I learned how to cook. I was come from a long line of fantastic. My mother, my grandmother. I mean, they're just old country cooks, man. So I was watching them in the kitchen, learning
Oh,
what
yeah.
they're doing.
And that's how you do it.
But I was also educated by like Tyler Florence and Bobby Flay and these guys on TV. You know, 'cause I was religiously watching the Food Channel back before it turned into MTV, and they quit showing it. And it's just game shows now.
Yeah.
My nose is like
You
running.
tried the hot sauce on the chicken, yeah?
Yeah, it's so good.
Did you guys try?
Yeah, I did.
What do you think?
I like it. Yeah, it's kind of
like
like
it
the way
too.
I put it. It kind of blended into the other stuff.
Yeah,
a
I'm
little
like,
bit.
this.
But I mean, I
That
like
mix
it.
all three. We may have a new sauce right here.
Oh, there you go. To
We
be
created one. No, I do like
Dan's
the hot
ultimate
sauce.
sauce.
I can handle it. Like, it is a bit spicy, but That little kick. Oof,
I'll
those
give
ribs
this
look
one
so
more.
good. What spice did you put on, or seasoning?
It's whatever he was putting on.
The garlic.
Yeah.
Jalapeno. It's good. I love it. Yeah, we need to have him on set now.
All the time.
There we go, guys. Perfect cook setup.
Oh yes.
Who wants a rib bone?
Me.
Best episode ever, right?
No, it is. All right. Now it's for
Especially really grilling it out.
the ribs. That's so good. We're so good. We're quiet.
That's what you want, dead air, right? What you chewing?
Yeah.
You know, people are into that.
We could do a whole SM. What is it?
ASMR.
Yeah, ASMR.
WKRP. What is it?
No, this is so good. So what's new? What's coming up with you?
Just what we got here. We got the
Yeah.
new hot sauce. We got.
Oh, yeah.
I got working on 2 new sauces for some movies.
Yeah.
Both of them. One of them Troma. One of them is just some of the guys. They did a short. It should be hopefully pretty soon. We're still working some labels. So the recipe's done.
Yeah.
It's just actually releasing it. So
Very cool.
It's something I enjoy doing. Getting people. I had one guy up in Kentucky, Ricky Glore. He made sweetmeats. He's made a few movies, and
Oh yeah. We were saying that.
yeah, I
Remember.
worked on got a sauce for him coming out for his movie, and he sent me his mom's barbecue sauce recipe. And like he loves all of his mom's cooking. He's
Yeah.
like, I was talking to him about the smoked meatloaf. He's like, I only eat my mom's meatloaf. That's all. So I made his mom's sauce, tasted it, kind of get an idea of what he's looking for, and sent him 3 or 4 different samples. Finally got one to him, and he's happy with, and he's very excited.
Oh,
so we got a
good.
label idea. So just again, need some printed. So
Yeah,
when that
sure.
movie comes out, we'll have it available too. So that's exciting.
When is that going to come out?
I'm
Do you
not
know?
sure. I'm not sure where he is at, where
Yeah.
he's at on it. But
Cool.
I'll see if I can get him to listen to this, and he can tell it.
Yes.
This should be pretty exciting. I think it's a horror musical.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, when I saw it, I didn't even know the guy. I reached out to him because the cover of his movie, it just had this big pig on it. I'm like, if I'm not involved in this,
That's perfect.
I'm wasting my time. I've got to talk to this guy. He turns out to be a great guy. Me and Ben went up and met him in Cincinnati, hung out for a while. Really cool dude. Like what I'm learning about all the people involved in like indie movies and horror movies, all this stuff. Best people in the world. It's what I remember. I've been a
Pretty awesome.
metalhead all my life, going to metal shows. People are so friendly.
Yeah.
They think whatever the opinion of people are, it's not the truth. They're
yeah.
some of the best people.
They
on the
look
planet.
rough,
Yeah.
but they're most
Little
kind-hearted
teddy
people.
bears.
Yeah. Like guy was telling me a story. He'd lost his glasses, like in a mosh pit, right? And he's like, "Well, I can't see." He's jinking it around looking for him, And he looks around, and they're being held up in the air. Somebody found them, and they're just holding them.
Yeah.
He found
That's
it. He went to the
weird.
guy, grabbed him, saved his glasses.
Yeah.
So who's ready for seconds? Who wants chicken or rib?
I want another rib, I think.
Look at this one.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's the one you need right there.
Cool.
But no, this has been awesome, guys.
Yeah.
This has been
Thank you
very
so
enjoyable.
much.
Yeah.
I love our hot sauce. We do need to name it.
Maybe do a
Gotta come up
contest.
with a name. Ooh,
An online
Good.
contest.
That's good.
Get some names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put that
I
up
like
there.
the way you think. That was smart.
I know. Yeah. Cool. All right.
Well,
Well,
guys,
Thank you, Big Dan.
thank you, Big
killed it.
Dan. Make sure y'all hit him up. Thank you guys. Tune in next time for our next guest that we'll be talking to in
Keyshawn,
about a
I
week.
think.
Yeah, Keyshawn. I believe it
Yeah,
is
I believe
Keyshawn.
so. Cool.
We'll see y'all guys later.
Thanks, everybody.